Hello, Robs. We're back with more Napoleon. Bisexual Emperor, Major General Frank Richardson, MD, going through the footnotes in the back of the book. The footnotes, Chapter 3, Some Psychological Influences. Footnote 1, one of the many curious anonymous books, annoying books too, published during or soon after Napoleon's lifetime, purports to be extracts from his own writings selected by an officer of his household. A history of the amours of Napoleon Bonaparte, Paris, 1816. It mentions traumatic experiences in his childhood, such as seeing Paoli having intercourse with his godmother. I forget who Paoli is, but attempts by an elderly lady to seduce him when he was a cadet, and at the same period, an encounter with two young ladies engaged in lesbian practices. That's dramatic. Footnote 2, Freud also considered that Napoleon's character was influenced by being a second son. Writing on 6 November 1934 to Arnold Zweig, he said, Napoleon had a tremendous Joseph complex. He had to marry a woman called Josephine. I mean, that should discredit Freud instantly. He had to marry a woman called Josephine. His overwhelming jealousy of his elder brother had been transferred into warm love under the influence of his father identification, and the obsession was then transferred to his wife. Incorrigible dreamer that he was, he had to play the role of Joseph in Egypt, and later on provided for his brothers in Europe, just as though he had been successful in his conquest of Egypt. From the letters of Sigmund Freud and Arnold Zweig, the Hogarth Press, 1970, Freud developed this theme at greater length in a letter to Thomas Mann on 29th November 1936, similar, partly unconscious, striving to excel. An older brother may have been at the root of Lucien's dislike of Napoleon. Footnote 3. The French unit of measurement before France converted to the metric system was the pied de Roy, which was 0.324 of a meter, compared with the pied or pied anglaise, the English foot, at 0.305 of a meter. The pied de Roy was subdivided into 12 pouces, and the pouce consisted of 12 lignes. Anton Marshy recorded his measurement of Napoleon's height as 5 pieds, Jew pouces, quatra lignes, ligne, I don't know how to fucking talk French, which is 5 feet 6 inches, corresponding to the average of the guesses made by British officers. Mulhall's Dictionary of Statistics, 1891, gives the average height of French male adults in the 19th century as 5 feet 5 inches, and that of English males as 5 feet 7.5 inches. Footnote 4. Alsatians often pronounce their German names with a French accent, but for the Corsicans it is less easy. Napoleon dropped the U in his surname, which was then pronounced without the sounding E. The military hospital of Val-de-Grâce in Paris is proud to own a letter signed in the earlier form, and the last known document signed Bonaparte is a letter to the government announcing his marriage dated March 11th, 1796, 21st Ventrossier, IV. 4. Enemies could always annoy Napoleon by using the Italianate version of his name. Freud, in his book Jokes and the Unconscious, tells of an Italian lady who revenged herself on Napoleon for a tactless remark when he told her that all Italians danced badly. Tutti gli italiani dansano si male. Mal, to which she replied, non tutti, ma Bonaparte. I don't know what tutti is, but perhaps it's fruity. Footnote 5. Napoleon fervently admired the British Navy, though his personal experience of it was confined to the 3 ships on which he was a captive: Undaunted, Bellerophon, and Northumberland. He said that he found the silence and orderly conduct so different to that in French ships, on which everyone calls and gives orders, and they gabble like so many geese. All right, looks like chapter 4 is a little bit longer, but most of these are reasonably length. All right, bye.